Hi everyone, and welcome back to another night's episode of Black Excellence in Healthcare, White Coats and Real Talk podcast. I am super excited about tonight's episode. We have an amazing powerhouse guest by the name of Dr. Williams. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. It is an honor to be here, so thank you for having me.
All right. So for our audience who are listening, please just, share your name, your background, credentials, and your experience into health.
Definitely. Dr. Chakika Williams, affectionately known as Dr. Kiki, the NP. I am a double-boarded nurse practitioner in family, as well as psych and mental health. I'm an aesthetic provider, so I own a medical spa in Orland Park, a SkyRose Rejuvenation Clinic and Spa. I also own a Aesthetics Academy, so SkyRose RCS Medical Aesthetics Academy, where I train other nurses, doctors, PAs, how to do Botox and fillers, as well as open their own aesthetic business, as we call it, an aesthetic wellness business. Instagram at SkyRose RCS is where you can follow me, or at Dr. Kiki _ the NP.
That's amazing. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I am so proud of you, and that's such an inspiration. So how long you been into the healthcare field?
I've been in the healthcare industry 22 years. I've been a nurse for 15, and I've been an MP for 8, and I've owned my business in August, going on 6 years.
That deserves a round of applause. That is most definitely phenomenal. So I hear that you're a dual certified NP.
Yes, family and psych and mental health. The way that came about is there's a shortage in the mental wellness side of things. And not only is there a shortage, our community, and when I speak of our Black and brown community, they need the help. And they don't seek the help because they want providers that look like them. So I wanted to be a part of that solution. And so I went back and got my psych NP. I was crazy because I did it at the same time I was getting my doctorate. So I was in school for my doctorate and my psych NP at the same time.
Talk about some motivation.
Right? Some
determination.
I said, that ain't nothing. 12 months. Go ahead and knock that out while I'm doing this real quick.
That is so
I got
awesome.
I got it done.
That is so awesome. And yes, it is a shortage because a lot of people who don't know, I am in school too for my psych NP.
Oh,
yes. So I thank you. So I complete that in December.
Cool. That's around the corner.
Yeah. So so that'll be here very, very soon. And yes, it is a shortage. And yes, a lot of our brown and black people, seek healthcare professionals that look like them. Otherwise, they wouldn't get no help.
Even in the aesthetic industry, I met with a colleague earlier, and I was telling him that because he was asking me who get it, and I was telling him when I first started, my population, my clientele was probably maybe 20% African Americans, Black and brown clients that was coming. 80% of my population is African American.
Wow.
And that's because once I started showing up on my platform, like my face was on my platform, and they see, oh, this brown girl is doing it and getting it. And when I do get the clients, the first thing they say is like, I've always wanted to try it. I just want somebody that look like me. So, well, here I am.
Here you are. That's a blessing. So, what were some milestones and challenges that you faced or you may had to navigate through becoming a provider?
I'm a teen mom.
Okay.
So I had my first son when I was 17. So right out of high school, I had to figure it out, right? I had this little boy that was this human that was going to be dependent on me. So it wasn't about me. So that's what kind of led me to the healthcare industry. A cousin of mine, she was at a school for hair cosmetology, and they had in another side of the school for medical assistants. So I actually started, so my journey, I always tell people my journey was not the typical right out of high school, 4-year college, boom, I'm a provider. My journey was in steps. So I was actually a medical assistant first. I was a medical assistant / EKG tech and phlebotomist. Then I went to my RN. Then I went back and got a double master. So I actually have an MBA and an MSN.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I went back and got an FNP. And then I went back. So mine was in steps because it was this is not enough. I need something else. Like, I'm always going higher and higher and higher. And so it's a gift and a curse, because it's just like that perfectionism, and it's just like that achievement, like what else can I do? So I'm like, everyone's like, okay, you done? Are you done? You going back? And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done. I think I got the highest degree. I don't want a PhD. I think I'm good there. So I'm like, I think I'm cool if I go back and I always wanted to be a lawyer when I was a little girl.
Really?
Yep. I wanted to be a lawyer and drive a Lexus. So that's what I wanted to do. So totally different trajectory. And that's because my grandmother had a crazy quadruple bypass in 03. And that's when I entered the healthcare.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was kind of like the motivation behind, because when I was seeing the nurses take care of her, that gratification, I'm like, oh, it's a career, I can do this and get this gratification, and just kind of started there.
That's awesome. A lawyer, drive a Lexus. So that's gonna be me right there. I'm gonna be that lawyer and drive a Lexus. Well, that's good. So what inspired you to transition into the aesthetic field?
So I first met my first business coach in like July of 2019. She did a fashion show. So she's a nurse, and she owns 5 CNA schools in the Chicagoland. She now has an LPN school that I'm a board member on for that. So like I started following her, and so she did this informational, and it was an informational on business, entrepreneurship, businessship, and leadership. I always wanted to do a private practice and offer Botox to my patients for medical indications, so migraines, TMJs, cervical dystonia, excessive sweating. So in order to offer those treatments, those are considered advanced treatments. I have to learn the basic side of things. So when I took the basic training, which was more cosmetic, it was like, oh, this is cool. And I don't have to deal with insurance. This is cash pay. Like, let me learn a little bit more. And so I just dove head first and started. And so she connected me with a psych doctor, because I was in my psych program at the time. I wanted to offer Botox. This psych doctor was opening up a spa, looking for someone to do the injecting. So with me being in a psych program, her being a psych doctor, it was like, let me connect you to. So she was like, I was going to inject for her clinic while I was still building my own and kind of figuring it out. And so it just kind of went from there. And so that December, I got trained. And then that February of 2020, SkyRose was born. And it was unintentional. Like, when I went to the informational, I didn't go with the intentions of, I'm getting ready to start my business like some of these people do now. They wake up and like, I'm going to be a business owner. They have no idea.
No idea.
But I just wanted the information. It was an informational. So I'm like, I'm going to collect this information and hoard it till when I'm ready. But we were meeting monthly and having our mentoring sessions, and she's literally giving me step by step. And I'm not even processing like I am opening a business. So we were just going through the motions, and January came, I had a website, and it was like, SkyRose. And I'm like, I got a business. Like, oh, it's real.
And SkyRose was birthed. Yep. So what made you pick SkyRose, that name?
That is my daughter.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I have 3 kids. Okay. She's the only girl and she's the baby, so she gets the business. But yes, her name is Skylar Rose.
Oh, that's
so that's where you get SkyRose. So during our mentoring sessions, that was one of the exercises, picking the name. I knew it was going to be SkyRose, but I didn't know like the suffix of it. So I had like 10 pages front and back of just different variations. It was SkyRose always, but SkyRose Medical Clinic, SkyRose Holistic, whatever, until we kind of landed on SkyRose Rejuvenation Clinic. That kind of incorporated the clinic side, because that's what I wanted to still do, because primary care is my heart. I'm a home health nurse for years. Okay. And then the spa side.
Okay. Talk about building legacy, right?
That part.
What them boys say, why she get the name?
She get a whole business, like, y'all on that a little bit. Y'all get a little bit of residuals. So yeah, that's the inspiration behind the name.
Okay, and that's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
That's a beautiful name. So, what are some common misconceptions people have about aesthetic treatments?
I actually just said this the other day, that black don't crack, so we don't need it, right? Because we don't crack, and they're partly right? So we have thicker collagen than our counterparts, so we don't wrinkle But I have a standing joke that said we don't wrinkle, but we do fold and we bend. And so we may not need the Botox, but we need the fillers. And so that's a huge misconception that we don't, we don't crack. And it's like, we don't, but we fold. And so you see a lot of my African American clients, they have more of the drooping here, and then there's the labial fold area. It's more of the sagging because we're losing more volume loss than we are coming upon with the wrinkles and things like that. So that's a huge misconception. And because of that whole black don't crack, they think they don't need SPF.
I was just about to say, wait, what about the sunscreen when they say black people don't need sunscreen?
We need sunscreen, and it's really education, it's knowledge, right? You don't know what you don't know. And so with that, they think, oh, I don't need the SPF because I'm not going to tan. And it's not just for the tanning purposes. It actually, it prevents the fine lines and wrinkles. It strengthens your collagen, and when you have stronger collagen, it actually prevents against cancer, right? The UV rays that causes cancer, because your collagen is strong enough to block those rays out from penetrating your skin. So there's a lot of different benefits to it. It's not just to keep us from getting darker because we have a certain amount of melanin in our skin. So we do need SPF, and then the other one is that they're going to be frozen or look plastic.
Tell me about this.
And so that's about who you go to. Now, it's not a huge misconception, but they are right to feel that way because you have a lot of celebrities out there that kind of look scary, and you have a lot of regular people that's walking around that's looking scary too, but they're going to the wrong people that's not telling them no when enough is enough, right? Like, the goal is to be natural, and that's what we pride ourselves in, like natural results, rebalancing your natural beauty. We're not trying to make you look like somebody totally different. And some people, they get so addicted to it that they keep going back for more and more and more. And it's like, you as the expert, you got to say no, because not all money is good money.
You're absolutely right about that.
And so that's the other thing. Like, well, I want to get it because I want to be frozen. You won't be frozen if you're the right person. So that's a few of the misconceptions that we get a lot. That I want to be frozen or plastic, or I don't need the SPF, and black don't crack.
So you're not going to be frozen. Okay, that's good to know. So how do you balance artistry and science in your approach to cosmetic procedures?
I am really huge on anatomy.
Okay.
My saying that I say to all my students and mentees is, if you don't know your anatomy, you shouldn't be injecting. And so in order for you to deliver that artistry with the science, like, you got to understand how the face works, right? You got to understand what's going on at 30, what's going on at 40, and I'm talking age. As we age, what's going on at 30, 40, 50, and 60. My 30-year-old may not need the same treatment plan that my 60-year-old need. Right. So it's not going to be a cookie cutter pattern for everyone. That's why consultations are important, and we really push it. I know a lot of people, they see social media and they think they can just walk in and just tell you, hey, I want, a large fry and a side Coke or something like that, but it doesn't work that way. Everything is customized to that person in that chair in that moment. And so that's where our artistry comes from, because it's like, I'm going to enhance your natural anatomy, right? You may have a wider chin and this person may have a narrow chin, so you're going to look completely different, but I need to know what's going on underneath that in order for me to combine my artistry with the science, which is anatomy. So that's just staying in the books, webinars, seminars, conferences, constantly just making sure that I know what's going on, and keeping apart with all of the different trends as far as like the different services, the different equipment, whatever the case may be, because not only am I an injector, I'm a national trainer. So I can't train you if I'm not keeping up to part of my own educational side.
You're absolutely right. So tell us more about this training. You said SkyRose Academy, correct?
Yeah, so SkyRose, I told you everything is SkyRose.
SkyRose, special daughter.
Yep. SkyRose RCS Medical Aesthetics Academy. So to date, I've trained over 4,000 providers.
Woo!
I've mentored probably a good 20 to 30.
Okay.
And currently I am working with 8 nurses that are opening med spas across the country.
Awesome.
I have 5 here, and then 1 in Atlanta, 1 in Georgia, 1 in Virginia, and 1 in Phoenix. That are opening up their spas right now.
That is awesome.
So outside of teaching the skills, I also teach the business side. So I teach you everything that you need to know, from the point of how do I pick my name, my branding. I have an online program. It's a 90-day program that my students are currently going through right now. It actually started in April. It's getting ready to end. I was just telling my friend, like, oh my God, my cohort is like actually getting ready. Like, the students are doing amazing. 80% of them have signed their lease on their places. Awesome. They're getting ready to start opening up their vendors accounts. They have their grand opening day set. So I got to pick flights because I got to fly because I want to be there and be present. Yeah. But yeah, so I train them and pretty much I'm teaching them on my mistakes, right? I've been there. You don't want to do that. I did that. I fell on my face 1,000 times and got back up and was like, don't go that way no more. So my training is built on the lessons that I've learned and the things that I wish someone taught me along the way, which is what's incorporated into the training. So outside of the business side, I speak. So I also speak nationally. I just spoke at one of our big conferences, aesthetic conference in Vegas in April, AmSpa. I'm speaking in New Orleans the weekend of July 4th. And then we have one in September in Texas. That's another big conference for aesthetics as well. And so what I'm speaking on at those aesthetic conference is something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is all faces are not created equal, diversity in aesthetics, and how to tailor a treatment plan to women of color. Because so many people don't know how to take care of our skin, but they want to service us, but then they mess us up. So we need to be educating each other. Like, you can service everybody, but do your due diligence and actually learn how to service that skin type.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That is super awesome. And I was scrolling on Instagram and seen you I was like, girl, go ahead with your bad self. Like, come through.
Yeah, it was nice. And that was my first time attending, and I ended up attending as a speaker.
Wow. How was that experience?
It was surreal, and it was great because I got to do it with two of my sisters, my inner circle sisters, okay. Dr. Jones and Crystal. Crystal spoke on hormones and weight loss, and then Dr. Jones talked about how to integrate AI into your practice as a solopreneur. And so we all, women of color, it was probably 8 of us there. And so, but just to be able to be there and be representation of us in this industry, because we're not welcome as freely as everybody else. Not saying there's a lot of like rudeness, but it's just like we're kind of like overlooked, undervalued, and underrepresented in this industry. So that's one of the main things for my academy is like my focus, my niche is really, I train everybody, but my babies are my Black and brown providers, just letting them know that you can do it just as well. So a lot of my students actually choose me because I look like them.
That's awesome. Representation does matter. Mm-hmm. Keep doing your thing, girl. Keep doing your thing. I'm rooting for you. I'm cheering for you. Yes, absolutely. That's amazing what you're doing.
I appreciate it.
And giving back to and helping those that's probably thought about it, but probably scared to venture out or haven't met nobody or seen anybody in that space.
And two, it's a lot of gatekeeping. Oof. And breadcrumbing.
Don't even remember.
And so it's like it's not. So that's why, like, I give. If you talk to probably all of my students, they like, man, we got way more. She needs to charge more because it's like I can show you and I can teach you. I am not worried about you going and I want you to duplicate what I'm teaching you, but you're not me either.
Exactly.
So it's like the colleague I met with earlier, he was like, is there a lot of competition where you are? I'm sure it is, but I don't know.
Right.
Like, I feel like I'm in my own lane. In the beginning, it's scary because like, okay, how do I set myself apart? But now that I am building that identity, I am positioning myself as an expert in what that is. Like, I can't be worried about the next person and what they're doing because they can try to mimic me, but they're not me.
Exactly.
So they won't be able to do it like me.
And that's the true beauty in itself. No one is you.
Nope.
So when people, be comparing, comparison is the thief of joy. Mm-hmm. It's the thief of joy. Mm-hmm. And gatekeeping ain't gonna get you nowhere. It really doesn't.
And it's like, I know people personally, and they cool, and I just like, you in your own way. Like, they not gonna hurt you. Like, you can get them that information without charging them their soul. Like, cause it's like they'll give it to them, but like, well, that's gonna be $5,000. I'm like, they can look that up on Google,
right?
But I'm like, it's not that. Like, one thing my strategist told me is the what, the where, and the why is free. Mm-hmm. The how is a fee.
Okay.
I can tell you all you need to know, where, what, and why you need it. Right. But if you want to know how to do it, and I got to teach you how to do it, then that's why you pay me. If I have to spend time looking it up, then I may charge you because if you ask me a question and it's on the top of my head, I'm not going to charge you for that.
Right.
Like, I know it already, but if I need to take time and research it for you, then that is a fee because that's my time and time is accounted for. But you don't have to charge for everything. And some people I know, they like, every second is a dollar sign for them. And I'm just like no, thank you.
Right, I mean the same way. I'm just like, okay. But that's good, and that's a blessing that it's people out here like that. That's amazing.
It is.
So, which brings me, with all of this you just shared, what does Black excellence mean to you? Because you all Black excellence. Just let's throw that out there. You all Black excellence. So.
Well, and I'm glad you said that. So, Black excellence means showing up boldly, unapologetically, and skillfully, of course, and also taking it in, right? We don't take it in a lot, like the accolades that other people give us, or just like what we do, because we're on to the next, right? We're on to the next assignment. Showing up in the rooms that people said we couldn't and we wasn't allowed in. So that's Black excellence to me. Just kind of making sure when you show up, your presence is gonna speak for you. So just show up boldly, unapologetically being you, and with skill, skill and poise.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So you have a nice white coat over there. I know It was a very hard-earned white coat too, as well. So what does that white coat mean to you, or what does it symbolize for you?
Purpose, responsibility, personally, resilience. That I did it. It wasn't easy. Nursing school in general was on the undergrad side was cool, but getting this white coat, it wasn't for the birds. And I'm a perfectionist, right? So like, you talking about anything under a B, I'm gonna lose my mind. so I actually failed classes getting this DNP, and I'm like, but people don't talk about that. They try to make everything so peaches and cream. It's like, I could have been done with my DNP, but like, I had one teacher who looked like me that just gave me hell, right? And so getting this coat and actually walking across that stage and getting hooded when I got my DNP, like, that was resilience, because although she tried her best to like just do whatever she could to deter me, to just like probably be like, oh, I ain't gonna do it. I kept pushing, like, it ain't nothing. I reported her. Like, this lady was crazy. Like, so she emailed me. We had an assignment, and it was to interview someone else. The person didn't answer all of the questions because they just didn't know. So I took it upon myself to research it, and I quoted it and cited it. Well, she said that I plagiarized because it's supposed to come from something. Well, I say, well, they didn't answer it. So do I submit an unfinished assignment, or do I just go and find an answer and cite it, which is what I did. So because she did that, it kind of dropped my grade to the point that I was failing the course. So they send you that warning that you're failing, so you may want to drop, so you don't get whatever. And so in the email, she was like, I also CC'd your advisor about my status. She is my advisor. And she was the teacher. She CC'd herself. Tell me she's not She CC'd herself in this email. And I also CC'd your advisor. You are my advisor. So that's why I'm like, I couldn't even report her to my advisor because she was I had to go to the dean. I had to go way over her because the problem with the teacher, you talk to your advisor. Well, she's my teacher and my advisor. So I had to go to the dean. And that's how I'm saying, this is the email. And they was like, I said, yes. She CC'd her, my advisor, which is her. So it's like, well, we can give you another instructor. I say, please do, and please give me another advisor. And she was us. And she told me, well, I have to work hard for my DNP. So because we're online, and back in the day, you probably had to go in, I'm not working as hard. I'm like, I didn't want her as my teacher because she had like this, I don't know what, and I never, we online, so I don't see you. So why are you so angry? So resilience and she wasn't the only one, but she's definitely memorable in regards to like just gaining my white coat. And it's a powerful statement. It's a powerful statement every time I put it on, for every little girl, Black or brown, that look like me, when they see it, to know that they can do it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So for every Black or brown, beautiful little girl. So what is one piece of advice you would give to aspiring healthcare professionals, or maybe even just the younger generation? What's one piece of advice
when you show up, own your space. so many times we step into spaces and because it's something we're not used to, we shrink ourselves, right? But yeah, we belong in that room just like everybody else that's in that room. So when you're showing up, whether it be on for aesthetics, whether it be for a primary care provider, whether it be for anything, just own that space in that moment, right? And just make sure that you're positioning yourself to open doors behind you, because it's going to be other people that's going to come behind you as well. So just owning the space and knowing that you belong in the same room with everybody else.
Absolutely. Walking in like you own the room, you know, it's that confidence.
It is. It's that confidence. And so many people, he's one of my favorite motivational speakers, Eric Thomas. And so what he mentioned was something about him wanting to like do corporate, right? So, but he told himself like, how can I do corporate? I don't talk there. So that's why he went back and got his PhD. He said he don't even showcase it. He needed the PhD to learn how to speak their language, right? Like, and he said it's a different language. And so like, just because I don't look like you don't mean that I'm alone in this room. And so he's like, when he went into those corporate rooms, that was his thought process sometimes, like what can I tell them? They're not going to listen to me, or something he said of that nature. And they told him, I forgot who it was, it's like, well, you have a message for them. You're a 7-figure earner, but are you a 7-figure dad? Are you a 7-figure husband? So that's the message they need to hear from you. And that's when he was like, okay, any room we step in, we there for a reason. So own it in that moment.
Yeah, I agree. So every episode, I have a segment that's called White Coat Confessions.
Okay.
I want you to confess. We want to get all in your business. No, but typically White Coat Confessions is something that you want to tell the audience. Maybe it's a lesson learned, or maybe, you know, either personally or professionally, or something that no one knows about you aside from like family members that kind of shaped you into the woman you are today.
One of the biggest things, because we make it look so easy, right? This journey into entrepreneurship is not easy. When I say, I don't know if they're going to censor us, but I have woke up so many days and probably be like, this shit.
Right.
Like, what made me say I want to be a business owner? What is, I'm like, I've heard and walked away from my business 1,000 times. And nobody will know, because we get up and we still show up. And what makes me show up, that leads into the other part, is my why. Your why has to be strong, because you will walk away. That's why I say it's not for the weak. If your why on why you started that business or whatever it is, getting that degree, is not strong, then it's easy to walk away. And my why is my kids. My why is leaving a legacy for my kids. I'm a whole grandma, y'all. My grandson.
Really?
Yes. He's 1 year old.
Congratulations.
And leaving something for them. My daughter, she's a sponge. She watches everything. And so, and she's the only girl, so she wants to be me. So I know I have someone watching me. My boys, they look up to me as well, but like that girl is different. And like, she came to me, she's like, Mom, she'll tell you in a minute, like, she said I'm famous because you're able to Google me, so just Google me, y'all. So she's like, you famous, and she'll Google me and like all my stuff come up or whatever. Today she comes and she's like, if you got so well known and somebody wanted to open up your spot in another state, would you? Like, how you know about franchise, little girl? She be watching. So that's like, my why is just to like show my kids that you can do. And I've been working since I was 14, 2 jobs, since I don't know how to do anything just singular. So it's just like showing them that you can do whatever you put your mind to, and just coming over. The other part too is imposter syndrome. Like, I suffer from that because sometimes you don't like, who am I? Like, why do these people want to learn from me? Or why does this person want to, like, who am I to be on this stage talking to this person and whatever? So we always get in our own way. And then you have like the help from the outside. So that same psych doctor, I actually wrote about it. I co-authored my first book this year.
That's what I'm talking about.
It dropped on Women's History Month. So in my chapter, I talked about it. She told a colleague, the same doctor that my friend put me in contact with, that when we kind of end up parting ways, because she's a psych doctor. It was crazy too. But she told this colleague of mine that I was not going to make it in the aesthetic industry because I was black.
Wow.
So I say that when I did my speech and when I wrote the book, and I say, but fast forward, I am an owner of 2 5-star business. I have trained over 4,000 people, national speaker and trainer in aesthetics, but I was not supposed to make it according to her because I was black. So that has always been like the fuel. Like I took that, like I could show you, but I could tell you. Like you don't know who you talk to or mess with. So.
Period.
But yeah, so it's like, but sometimes you get in your head, you get in your own way, and I still suffer with that a lot because I mean, it's not easy running a business. You want it to succeed. You don't want it to be I did it for 5 years. Like I want this to be a household name, like nationwide. So that's my goal is for us to be franchised in different states and cities and etc.
And you will be. You will be.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I was like, oh yeah, she's black and she's doing all of this, huh? Ain't it funny when people doubt you?
Yeah, and the fact she was comfortable enough to say it, and the colleague was also black that she said it to.
Wow.
Yes, you were comfortable enough to say that to another African American nurse practitioner, that another African American NP was not going to make it because I was black. But that's the crazy part is I'm not saying it came because she's racist, but that's their thought process when it comes to us being in aesthetics, that we don't belong. Like I'm not like, but you don't. I get so many people that come to me because I'm a nurse. They don't care what I look like. They care about my skills and the fact that I'm a nurse and that we're more personable than physicians.
Right.
So it's not even about I'm going to her because she's black. Now I get my African Americans and my Latinas that come because they want someone that knows how to care for their skin because I relate to them because I have the same skin tone.
Right.
But and you see the horror stories of people that don't look like us that's burning us. Because they're not taking the classes to know that machine don't supposed to go on that person's face. So it's not, but she's not the only one that thinks like that. So it's
because that's why she said it so freely.
So freely. Yeah, I'm like, she said, she's like, girl, I'm like, okay.
It was like that, okay. Yeah. Oh, watch this. Watch this.
Yes.
So what's coming up for you?
What is coming up? So I kind of briefly, so I kind of mentioned it. We do have another cohort. So if you are interested in starting your own med spa, definitely contact us. If you go to my website, drchakikawilliams.com, there's a contact form.
Okay.
So we do have another cohort that'll probably be starting in August. I do private trainings, but some of our big events, like I said, I am speaking during the Essence Festival this year. It's an event that's happening with Glambitious, and I'm one of the panel speakers out there. So that's the weekend of July 4th. The other thing is the CEO, the real CEO, that's SkyRose, my baby. Her 9th birthday is coming up. So that's the big news. But then I'll be speaking in Texas, Dallas, Texas at Aesthetic Next. And I'll be talking about diversity in aesthetics there. I will also be speaking in October at Chicago's Women's Expo this year again.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so those are some of the big things that's coming up.
So be on the lookout. Again, how can they follow you? So
you can follow us on Instagram at SkyRose RCS. Same thing for Facebook. Chakika Williams on LinkedIn. Dr. Kiki _ the MP on Instagram is my personal page. And then, as I said, my website, drchakikawilliams.com. That will pretty much be your hub that'll lead you to my spa, as well as my academy website is too.
So make sure you all are following her. So before we wrap up this episode, which was a wonderful episode.
Thank you.
It was some good real talk.
I know, right?
So what's something that you want to say to the audience or you want to leave them with?
So one of our slogans is be you, be beautiful, and be colorful, from the spa. And so the spa, we're in Orland Park, so look us up, SkyRose. But just take a leap of faith, right? Do it ugly. and tweak it later. There's no perfect time. If you're looking to start a business, if you're looking to get a new skill, if you're looking to go back to school, even a new relationship, just do it ugly. And if that person just don't get anymore, right? But yeah, do it ugly. Trust yourself. You gotta have faith. Your faith, you cannot have more worry than you have faith, and you cannot pray and worry at the same time. So whatever it is that you are wanting to do, just do it. Like I say, I wasn't planning to start a business, but here we are 6 years later, and we're thriving, we're growing. I'm not where I want to be, and that's because that's who I am. But everybody else says I'm great, but I'm still not what I want to be. But just do it. Step out on faith, and you learn from the lessons as you go. But also, get you a coach, get you a mentor, get you a community, and work on mindset. Mindset is huge. You got to work on personal development with whatever it is they're trying to do.
Absolutely. And I second all that. I second all that.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming and sitting on this couch and being a guest of White Coats and Real Talk, exuding that Black excellence, because our young girls do need to see that.
They do.
They do need to see that, and this will help them. I'm hoping it will help them. I'm hoping that it will inspire them too as well.
And you just to piggyback on what's coming up, we do have a non-for-profit, SkyRose Empowering Gardens Foundation.
Okay.
It is for young girls ages 16 to 24 with a focus on teen moms. It's going to be workforce development. It's going to be mentorship, empowering, but exposing them to this side of the industry for those who want to enter this industry. Exposing them to women that look like them, that came from where they're coming from as a teen mom, and like, look at me, you know, like I grew up in a one-parent household. So that's the when you mention young girls, we will be the goal is to have that lunch by the end of this year, so we can start kind of just giving them that exposure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is truly awesome. That's going to be a huge impact too.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. That be giving me chills. I'm like, yes,
our young girls need it, and he put on my heart like the big goal for that non-for-profit. So I'm really excited for that to come to fruition, because a lot of girls want to be estheticians, want to get into school, and these schools are loan sharks. Mm-hmm. So what we're working on will eventually be able to offer that opportunity to those girls, potentially at a low rate, if not free of charge.
That'd be awesome,
girl.
Ooh,
so I'm like, God, awesome. You gave me this vision. You better
right?
That
come on and fund this vision.
Okay. But yeah, so but thank you. This is amazing.
Thank you. Yes, got to amplify these beautiful Black voices, because a lot of people don't know we making noise out here. We really are making noise, changing generations and breaking those curses. Mm-hmm. We building legacy.
We are.
You know,
and it needs to have a spotlight on it, which is what you're doing. So this is great.
Thank you. So anything else you want to say to the audience before we wrap it up?
That was everything. Just do it and do it ugly. You thank me later.
Do it and do it ugly. So that's a wrap for tonight's episode. I hope you all found some great insights, some inspiration from Dr. Williams. She's doing some amazing things out here. She's going to continue to do some amazing things. So make sure that you're following her. Make sure that you're following me on all social media platforms. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, White Coats and Real Talk Podcast, because we just getting started. And it's going to get real loud. Real fast. Real fast. So until next time, be great.